morning. This is Steve Gonzalez. I'm head golf professional at Links at Lang Farm here in Essex. Today is session 4 of our weekly golf tips. We're going to be working on how to hit a pitch. And what a pitch is a pitch is if we're in this location, we have to go high and land soft in a short distance. The ball can't go low, so we can't chip it. We have to go high and land soft. So today we're going to work on how to pitch it over a bunker or up and over short distance. It might be a 10-yard shot, it might be a 20-yard shot. But if it's a 30 or 40, that's a regular golf swing for most of you. So here we go. Okay, so for the first thing we want to do is whenever we're doing a short game, whether it's chipping or pitching the ball, we got to choke down the club. And what club are we going to use? Because we have to go high and land soft, we have to use something like either a sand wedge or maybe even a lob wedge. A sand wedge has 56 degrees aloft, most sand wedges do, and a lob wedge has like 60 degrees. So first things first, you got to get the right club to get the ball high and land soft. All right, with your grip, I always like to choke down the club a little bit. Some of you in the short game, the club is too high up in your hands, so you want to always choke down the club. That's number one. Number two is the ball position. So when we're pitching the ball, we want to make sure that the ball position is left of center for right-handed golfers. This would be off our back foot, and if the ball is off the back foot, the club face is closed. We don't want that. We want to make sure the ball is left of center, and the club face is always going to stay open. This is closed, this is open, okay? So we got to make sure we're in a good position here. The next thing is our feet need to be a little bit left of the hole. We don't want to be like this. We want to make sure our feet are a little bit left of the target, okay? So, choke down the grip a little bit. Ball position's left to center. You have a good knee flex. Now you're ready to hit a shot. And when you do that, are we going to make a big full swing? Absolutely not, because you'll kill someone on the other side of the green. So what you want to do is you want to have a nice, I call it a mini swing. So here's what that's going to look like. Okay, so now we have to talk about the swing and what that's going to look like. So here we go. We got the ball position looking good. We got to go high, because we have this hill here to go up and over. Or it could be a bunker or a tree or water. So, here we go. So the club is going to, instead of making a full swing, we're going to do a little swing. So I got the club face. Now when the club face comes back, here's what a lot of you are doing with the club face. The club is coming back closed. We want to make sure the toe of the club is always pointing up. So when that club comes back, it's in a good position, okay? So, good knee flex, look at the hole, the club comes back, and we're gonna have a little bit of a, what are my wrists doing? A lot of you out there are very stiff, and you don't wanna be stiff. You wanna have a nice little wrist hinge here, okay? And notice how the club isn't coming around, it's coming more up, okay? So here we go. Look at the target. Back at the ball, come back, little hinge. And when we hit it, we want to make sure our right heel comes up a little bit, okay? Let's do that again, okay? So we got the ball position here. The club's going to come, not here, it's going to come back. Little bit of a wrist hinge, the club comes down, and you hit it. Here we go again. Okay, so it's like a mini golf swing. If you don't want to hit it that hard, you may not want to pick your heel off the ground, but a nice rhythm going through, okay? If we try to do it this way, and we're very stiff, you forgot to do what? You forgot to have a little bit of a hinge. And we're not going to hinge this way. We're going to make sure the club comes back with a little hinge up, club comes down, ball goes in the hole. All right, let's review pitching. So pitching, first things first, we got to choke down the club. You got to get the right club, a sand wedge or a lob wedge. All right. Then we want to make sure that the ball position is going to be left of center. That's too far forward. We got to have it left to center. Okay. The next thing, we want to always make sure the club face is coming up. Now I want you to watch my hands at impact when I hit this. As that club comes down, okay, your hand position is here. See how my hands are here? We never want to do this. If we try to lift the ball up in the air, you're going to scull it, which is going to go flying across the green. So, the club's going to come back, little hinge, the club comes down, you make contact, and the club continues through the shot. And if you noticed, as that club comes down and through, what's that club face doing? That club face is always staying open. We never do this. Okay? So the club comes back, little hinge, and through. Okay? So hopefully these tips will help you in pitching. Don't be afraid. Once again, you got to have courage and nice and loose hands. A little bit of a wrist action, and it's called a mini golf swing. Best wishes with pitching the golf ball.